What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about a handful of mining stocks today. We're going to talk about CleanSpark, Marathon, Riot, BTBT, Wolf, and Bitfarms. We're going to talk about all those today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. CleanSpark, it's not exciting, right? I mean, okay, it is exciting, moving up 15% in a day. It's not exciting in the relative aspect of this whole consolidation phase, right? It's not like anything crazy, but what is nice, what is exciting is the volume that came in, right? You have a breakaway gap here with some nice volume coming in. Your daily RSI is in a bullish posturing, relatively neutral to be fair, but this could be the beginning of the next leg up. We might be breaking out this week, and I've been saying it for I don't even know, man, over a month now probably. That any week now we're gonna break out. It could still be a month from now. We don't know. But this is looking rather compelling for us to move up. It depends on what we do for the rest of the week. The week is still young. We have 4 days left in the week. It's just Monday, right? So we'll see. It would not be crazy if we found resistance here and we continued to consolidate. We absolutely could, right, for several weeks on. But I will say, with the amount of volume we have today, if you look at the weekly, we're 1 day into the week out of 5 days in a week. The amount of volume that we have so far in this week, it's looking nice. It's looking nice. It's looking promising. The area that I'd like to see us break above really would probably be like $19. You get above there, and I'm pretty, and like you close above there, I'm pretty convinced that you are breaking out. Actually, I'm already somewhat convinced that you're breaking out. And if you are, this could be the beginning of your next move up, which would take you at least I'm thinking to about $36. You could definitely move beyond that, but you're at $18.30 now. You're probably going to see a 100% increase over the coming weeks, over the coming month and a half. Let's just kind of measure by time how long these moves have taken. If you look at this move here from the low point to like this is the beginning of this breakout move to the top side. That was 6 weeks there, right? About a month and a half, a little bit less than a month and a half from the low point to the high point here. Not that high point, but that was about 6 weeks as well. From this low point here to the more immediate high point, that was 6 weeks as well. Damn. And then from this low to, this one was the high, that was 5 weeks. So a little bit over a month's time, sometime in August, guys, CleanSpark will likely be at over 100% gain. So that's nice, man. I might have to open up some call options on this bad boy. But yeah, CleanSpark's looking good. If not, my friends, and when I say call options, I'm definitely not going to open up call options for August. I would have it like January. It's pays out less, but it's longer, and the reason why you have more time is good is because we might not be breaking out this week. We could consolidate for another month. We really could. Like it could genuinely happen. So don't hear me say that and then buy call options that end specifically on August 20th or something like that, right? Don't do that. Don't plan out 6 weeks from now. It could pay off the best. It might be perfect, but why risk it when you could definitely do some solid gains if you're going to do call options or whatever. But if you don't want to do call options, if you want to keep it spot traded and just like do a quick little swing trade, I think this thing's definitely going to gain 100% or more over the next 5 to 6 weeks if it's breaking out now. And I think by the end of this week we'll know that. So never hurts to buy this thing. Out of this whole zone here, you're kind of in the middle of it, so it's not a bad buying point. Again, being up 15% in the beginning of the week, that might not be the best point to buy, but it definitely does look promising. I do like the way things look. I'm somewhat feeling like this is the breakout move, being with this volume. Just everything looks right, but you never know. It could test our patience a little longer. It absolutely could. But that area again would be about $36 if we take the relative high here to the relative low. 36 bucks, man, that would actually take you above that 886. And if you notice, each one of these, other than the 236 down here, each one of these fib levels you have gone just above the 382, just above the 618. I was going to say just above the 0.5, but you didn't stop there, so you went just above the 618, just above the 786. You could go just above the 886, and that would put you at around that 1618 area, which again, from this high to this low, you went just above your 1618. From this high to this low, you went just above your 1618. From this high here to this low of this range, Just calling for the same old, man, just above that 1618, which is right at your previous areas of resistance back here as well. It would make sense. It makes all the sense in the world to me that that's probably where you're going to go. So hopefully this is the breakout. I'm more confident now than I have been like really throughout any point in this range, like since I flipped bullish. I forget when I flipped bullish on this, right? Because I had been calling for that move down to about like $12, just below $12 for a decent part of this range. But I want to say I flipped bullish. If it wasn't in May, it was definitely over a month ago. So, but I haven't been thinking that we were going to break out at any of these points. I hadn't thought that we were going to break down at any of these points, but now I am. I'm pretty confident. But we'll see. Let's wait for the end of this week to happen. And we'll see. Anyways, that's CleanSpark. Spent a lot of time on that. Let's talk about Marathon. Marathon having a hell of a day, up 18%. The daddy, the big boy, the one with the highest market cap out of all the crypto miners, 6.7 billion, right? I think it's got more than CleanSpark. I'm pretty sure, because CleanSpark's not even at $1 billion, right? No, it is. Oh, it's. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe they had some more share dilution. I don't know. It's been a while since I've looked at that, but yeah, Marathon is. I thought it was way higher than that. Marathon. Yeah. All right. Sorry. Marathon, being the big boy of the space, it's up 18%, even more than CleanSpark. Love to see it. That does look like a breakaway move, and that kind of validates more what I'm thinking with CleanSpark. If this is moving up, CleanSpark will probably move up with it. High to low, you're at your 618 area. You could find some resistance here. You know, I think Bitcoin's at an area of resistance. It might move down for the remainder of the week, or at least like the next few days or so. Who knows? Maybe it moves up tomorrow and then it moves down, but like soon enough it will. So you could find resistance in this area and pull back. It is possible. You've been kind of tip-tapping these fibs, so going back down to about 22 bucks. Don't worry about it if that happens. That's also a previous area of resistance here. Breaking out, checking back for support at previous areas of resistance, and then moving up is a very common and good thing to do. But this increase in volume, the highest volume that you've really seen since like March, coming alongside with this breakout, I'm convinced that this is what you're looking for. Any person holding Marathon, I think this is exactly what you're looking for. So 43 bucks to $59, somewhere in that range is what I'm expecting for Marathon. This 1618 golden ratio area does come in line very well with that resistance point back there. The 1272 itself, let's just see if it does. Kind of resistance there, somewhat. It would make sense somewhere in that zone. You could go higher, but let's stay grounded. Focus on a 43 to a $59 target. You're at 24.58 now, so potential to do 100% gain too. I would assume it moves up in a similar amount of time to CleanSpark, right? I mean, maybe it takes longer, maybe it doesn't, but from this low to the high, that one took 12 weeks. To be fair, that was a lot shorter of a consolidation phase than you've been in now. You might see it move up faster, who knows? From here, from this low to this high, that was about 4 weeks. You know, it's a big range. This low, that's not the low. This low to this high, that was 6 weeks. And then this low to this high, that was 5 weeks. So 4, 5, 6, and then 12. I doubt it's the 12. That one seems like the long one, right? The long shot. So maybe 4, 5, or 6, somewhere in that. So lining up with CleanSpark's time frame as well. Anyways, that's Marathon. Riot now, Riot Platforms. It was Riot Blockchain at one point. Also moving up 17% today. Love to see it, man. Of course they are. CleanSpark is the one that has all the attention on it, right? And it did well, but Riot and Marathon are doing better, just a little bit, not by much, right? Nothing to lose any sleep over. Looking like decent volume so far on the weekly, the daily, yeah, all looking legit. Getting overbought, nice to see. You might see this thing really start to move this week. That'd be nice. Let's see. I don't know if I want to take this high to low. Maybe I do. I'm going to forego this low, and we're going to take this high to low. Your next target area is going to be 1478 to 1574. You're at 1148, but inevitably when you break out of this zone as a whole, which I think you will, 2620, 3550, that's on the brain. Might have more room to grow than CleanSpark or Marathon. It might be Riot's time to shine, man. It might be. Marathon always shines. CleanSpark had its time in the sun on its last movements up, right? And IREN just had its fun in the sun. Wolf, I know, had its fun in the sun. We can look at IREN, but all in all, yeah, those are the targets for Riot. IREN, I know, is probably not moving up. Yeah, it's down. It's at a relative high. I don't think it's gonna like crash just because it's not moving up with the rest. Doesn't mean that it's bad. It moved up without the rest. It already had its move. Things are taking its turns, right? It's not anything bad about it, right? It has some bearish divergence. Maybe it chills for a second. You know, that's all this is saying. From a low point to a high point here, maybe move down to 946 before you move up, something like that. But wasn't planning on talking about IREN, but there's a little short-term guess for you. BTBT is the next one. Bit Digital moving up, nice, 10.5%. Yeah, little pump today. What's its market cap? $500 million. From a high point, this is just such a weird phase of consolidation here, but high to low, like it looks like it should have gone lower, but it didn't. Overbought on the weekly, nice. You probably move up to 465. You might find turbulence there. If not, if you do, it's just so crazy to just shred right through your 618 area like this. I wouldn't expect that you break the 886. It happens. Sometimes you do. Just shred through all of it and go to your extensions immediately. I just don't know if you do, right? Like, let's see. From this high point here to this low point, you basically moved straight up and shredded through everything, but you found resistance at your 886 area, tore through your 618, but you moved right up to your 886, found resistance, and then you moved up. You might see a similar thing. I'm not going to say it's going to be exactly like that, but just in a sense, 465, that area, doesn't have to be that exact number, but that area might provide resistance. You might pull back to about 350, areas that you're like below now. Think you pull back to 420 itself, or $4.10, the 786 area that you're at now, and then move up. But I do think you'll find resistance. But nevertheless, I think you are moving higher for the time being. Yeah, the daily RSI looks great. The weekly RSI looks great. So moving higher. If you move down from here, it's going to be insignificant. You're gonna move up higher. So that's BTBT. Wolf as well. Come on, Wolf. Let's see what you're doing. Nice, up 13%. Beautiful. What's this one's market cap? $2 billion. This is higher. I thought Wolf was like one of the low ones. I don't know, man. Not a lot of volume. That's okay. To be fair, you really haven't technically broken out yet, right? You haven't broken out. I mean, you kind of already did, but I'd like to see some more volume come in. Because as you're moving higher, creeping higher like this, and volume's coming down, that could call for a move down. So hopefully that doesn't happen. You do have bearish divergence as well. I don't know. I don't know, Wolf. Maybe you do move down. The 3 hour looks nice. And the 1 hour looks nice. So maybe you do go higher. Let's look at the weekly real quick. Weekly's overbought, looking good, looking hot. High to low here. Yeah. You're probably at your high point. If you were to go higher, 755 is the highest that I give you. You're at $6. Inevitably, it'll go higher. I don't think that's the highest it'll be for the cycle, but I would kind of be surprised if you reached up here. But if I am surprised, that would be the zone that you probably find resistance and move back down. Really, I would expect to move down to like $4 to $3.40 probably before you move higher. If you move higher than the current price of $6 minimum, I don't even think you're going to see 755. Maybe you move up to like $6.10, but I actually think you are going to move down. I think you are. So that's my thoughts for Wolf. And then move up, you know. And again, that doesn't mean it's broken. That doesn't mean Wolf's broken. It had its breakout before these other ones did, right? And that's okay. That's how it is sometimes. Phenomenal breakout too, right? I mean, you went from a price like literally on May 20th that week, $1.91. You're at $6 now. Like a month and a half later, probably closer to 2 months, but still, that's phenomenal, man. In less than 8 weeks time, or maybe it's exactly 8 weeks time. Let's see. May 13th was your low to your high, 8 weeks. So 8 weeks time. I mean, that's solid gains in a very short amount of time. You're going to take a break. Volume's decreasing as you're moving up. You're going to take a break. Bearish divergence. You're going to take a break. All right. To finish it up, Bitfarms, everybody's once was their favorite, but it was an underperformer, so I think a lot of people have foregone this one. Decent volume, looks like a breakout move to me. 9%, not impressive. That's the saga of Bitfarms, just not impressive, is it? Found support at a nice area. It will probably continue to move up, but less so than most of these crypto miners. That's my guess. You're at 277. when you break 351, and I do think you'll break 351, perhaps you find resistance there first, move down, and then move up. Perhaps you just break right through it. You've already had an interaction with the 786 area, so I don't think this is the same kind of circumstances as BTBT is. I actually think that you could tear right through your 886 if you wanted to. But nonetheless, somewhere between $7 and $5, that's where I think you're going. And that's all I got to say, guys. So if you like the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more. We talk about crypto miners all the time, you guys. And I will see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.